During the making of Thor, Ragnarok, 2017, fascinating thing happened with Chris Hemsworth, a film that took his portrayal of the God of Thunder in a very new direction, thanks to the creative influence of director Taika Waititi. Before Thor, Ragnarok, Hemsworth's portrayal of Thor was largely in the serious, heroic vein, strong, stoic, and, at times, a little more traditional in terms of superhero character arcs. However, for Ragnarok, Taika Waititi brought a fresh, comedic twist to the character, asking Hemsworth to step out of his comfort zone and embrace a more humorous, irreverent version of Thor. One particular moment during filming that became an unforgettable memory for Hemsworth, and an iconic part of the film, was during the scene where Thor faces off against the Hulk, played by Mark Ruffalo, in the Gladiator Arena on Sakaar. This scene was supposed to be intense, but it was also filled with humor, and the improvisation that occurred on set contributed a lot to its charm. Here's the interesting part. Hemsworth, known for being physically imposing, had to deliver a funny line about the Hulk's big green butt during the fight. While shooting the sequence, he noticed that the Hulk's costume was a bit clunky, and the scene quickly turned into a bit of impromptu humor. Hemsworth came up with a line, "I know him from work," when Thor is thrown into the arena and recognizes the Hulk. It was one of those moments where the tone shifted from serious to silly, and the actors began riffing off each other. But the most interesting thing was that this line wasn't scripted. It was an improvisation that Hemsworth added in the moment, and it became one of the most memorable and beloved lines of the entire Thor Ragnarok film. What makes this story particularly interesting is how Hemsworth embraced this shift in his character, letting go of the more serious, stoic portrayal he had done in previous films. He began improvising and riffing with the director and fellow actors, which brought an unexpected and refreshing energy to the movie. Hemsworth himself has said that this change allowed him to have much more fun with the role. In interviews, Hemsworth has revealed that at first, he wasn't sure how to balance the comedic elements with the hero's journey, but Taika Waititi pushed him to fully embrace the silliness. Hemsworth even admitted that Waititi would constantly encourage him to take risks and try things on set, often in moments that felt off the cuff and spontaneous. As a result, Thor Ragnarok became a massive success, both critically and commercially, with many fans praising the more humorous and lighthearted approach to the character. The film gave Hemsworth a chance to show off his comedic chops, something he hadn't been able to do much in his earlier roles as Thor. So, while Hemsworth's portrayal of Thor has always been epic and filled with action, it was his willingness to adapt and improvise during the Ragnarok shoot that helped transform the character into a new fan favorite. The "I know him from work" line encapsulates that fun, offbeat energy that Hemsworth brought to the role. It also shows that, even with a major action hero like Thor, sometimes a little humor and spontaneity can make all the difference on set.